Arson Track LLC presents the tool to track and identify wildland fire arsonists. The challenge of wildland fire arson. Specific challenges of wildland arson. Wildland arsonists typically act alone. Wildland arson fires often occur without direct eyewitnesses. Ignitions are often short-duration events. Often little or no physical evidence. Wildland arson perpetrators frequently operate across fire suppression and law enforcement jurisdictional boundaries. The magnitude of the challenge. Wildfires occur in every area of the United States. 90% of wildfires are human-caused. 20% of human-caused fires are the result of arson. The cost of wildland arson. $3 to $4 billion are spent annually on U.S. wildfire suppression. Up to $1 billion is spent on arson wildfire suppression. These figures are only suppression cost. They do not include loss of life, loss of property, economic impact. Beyond the suppression cost of wildland arson. Of the 58 most destructive wildfires in the U.S., 16 or 28% of these were the result of arson. These 16 fires killed 50 people, burned 1 million acres, destroyed 6,500 structures. Wildland fire arson investigation, meeting the challenge. Current wildland fire investigation is focused on 3 distinct areas: location, date and day of the week, time of day. While this temporal spatial tracking is useful, it falls far short of meeting the challenges of identifying the wildland fire arsonist. Failure of wildland fire arson investigation. Nationally, less than 10% of wildland arson fires are cleared by arrest. This 10% figure only applies to those investigations where a suspect is pursued. The vast majority of wildland arson fires are investigated only for origin and cause. In most wildland arson fires, the perpetrators are not pursued. Of the 10% that are cleared by arrest, only 1% result in conviction. Arson variables and timeline tracking challenges. Understanding the arsonist behavior is a start. Where the fires are located, on what days of the week, and at what times of the day fires are ignited are all important details. Current wildlife fire investigations involve case files based on individual fires. A single arsonist fire setting may span months, even years, and may include dozens and often 100 or more fires. How does an investigator or investigators from one or more agencies tie all of this information together to produce the identification of an arsonist? The challenge is daunting, and it's not surprising that a small percentage of wildland arsonists are ever identified and prosecuted. The inescapable factor, identifying the wildland fire arsonist. What is the one factor that all wildland fire arsonists cannot avoid? The one thing the wildland fire arsonist cannot avoid is their personality. Arsonists do not want to be identified, caught, and prosecuted. They have likes, dislikes, and preferences. They likely have one or more of the following: friends, family, a job. They live and or work in an area that is familiar to them. They will refine their methods over time, becoming more proficient. They may have preferred fire-setting targets. Every wildland fire arsonist has a specific reason or reasons they are setting fires. The answer to tracking and identifying the wildland arsonist. Arson Track LLC has developed Arson Track, the database program accessible in the cloud that tracks over 60 different attributes of confirmed or suspected wildland arson-caused fires. The database is searchable using one or a multiple of attributes. Based on similar attributes, maps can be generated to visually see where fires have occurred and where the next fires are likely to occur. Search for overlaps in 911 callers, first responders, witnesses, vehicles, evidence, ignition targets, and any combination of factors. More detailed information is available at www.arsontrack.com.